Hello. For those of you who haven't had the misfortune to meet me yet, my name is Susan Field, and I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the Social Justice Task Force. Some nights, Marion doesn't eat dinner. She's not on a diet. It's just that there's not a lot of food in the house. So she gives it all to her young sons. "I'm not hungry," she tells them. "You eat up now." It's hard for Marion to get to sleep on those nights. When Graham does his weekly shopping, sometimes he has to choose between buying food and buying the medication that keeps his blood sugar under control. Some days Jessica has trouble focusing on her classes because the growling of her stomach seems louder than her teacher's voice. This is wrong. People should not have to choose between feeding themselves and feeding their children. People should not have to choose between food and healthcare, or food and housing, or food and paying the electric bill, or food and education. But this is an epidemic problem in our society today in one of the richest countries in the world: food insecurity. So food insecurity comes from a whole bunch of different causes. It doesn't mean that you're always hungry. It means that your access to adequate food is limited because you don't have enough money or because of lack of other resources. Insecurity is a very apt term for this problem. It means that sometimes you literally don't know where your next meal is coming from. How big is this problem? The pandemic has made the situation worse, a lot worse. Before the pandemic, about 1 in 10 American households experienced food insecurity, and that's horrifying enough, 1 in 10. But in the past year, it's estimated that the numbers are now over 1 in 5 households, a conservative estimate of the number of people who are not getting enough healthy food. A conservative estimate is 50 million people. In just our little bitty slice of America, in Monmouth County, there are over 72,000 people living with food insecurity. Food insecurity is not an equal opportunity problem. If you are a child, or if you are a senior, or if you're not white, or if you're a single parent, all of those things increase your probability of experiencing food insecurity. And the consequences of food insecurity for children are particularly grave. We have children in the United States who are malnourished. That means that their developing bodies, their developing brains are being deprived of the nutrients they need to grow properly. Those children are being denied the birthright of their natural intelligence. They're more likely to develop health problems like asthma. This is not just people having an uncomfortable growling stomach. We're talking about people suffering long-term irreversible damage. So what can we personally do about this problem? There are 2 levels to approach this issue on, and we need to hit both of them simultaneously. One approach is to simply provide food now for people who need food now, and the other is to address the problem at its root, to bring about societal change that permanently changes the food insecurity picture. To address food insecurity at both of these levels, the church has established a working group on food insecurity, and we're going to be rolling out a number of initiatives to help focus the efforts of our congregation. This month, we're conducting a food drive at our church. We have a massive pile of food next door in Fellowship Hall, and it's going to be divided between 2 local food pantries. And we still have over a week to go before the end of the month, so let's see if we can make a big finish. I've been volunteering at the Calico Cat Food Pantry for a few years now, and I'll tell you, the number of people coming to the pantry is through the roof. If you're having trouble thinking of what to get, here are some things they never seem to get from the food bank. Baking supplies like flour and sugar, brownie mix or cake mix and frosting. Condiments, especially mayonnaise and ketchup. Any kind of protein like tuna, chicken, beef stew, or canned chili or ravioli. Cookies and crackers. Jelly, especially in plastic containers. But you know what? Any food will help bridge the gap for families who are having a really tough time. And if you want to donate but don't have time or ability to go shopping, you can donate cash, and the pantry can fill in the things they urgently need. Thank you to everyone. who has contributed to our food drive. And check the newsletter for more ways that you can help our church to combat food insecurity.